Good day, viewers. You're welcome to DDM News Updates. Alex Ikwechegh, lawmaker representing Aba North and South Federal Constituency, has secured 500,000 naira bail after being arraigned for allegedly assaulting boat driver Stephen Abuwatseya in Abuja. On Wednesday, Alex was arraigned in court on a 3-count charge of assault and threat to life filed by the Inspector General of Police Office following a complaint by the boat driver. Meanwhile, Mr. Ikwechegh pleaded not guilty to the charges. Mr. Ikwechegh has been under fire for assaulting a boat driver who delivered a package to his home. The incident escalated when the driver asked Ikwechegh to collect the package himself, and Ikwechegh responded by slapping and insulting the man, even threatening to make him disappear without consequences. Ikwechegh has since issued a public apology, acknowledging that his behavior fell short of the standards expected of a public official. He expressed deep regrets for the incident and pledged to cooperate with the Nigerian police investigation. In his apology, Ikwechegh also revealed plans to undergo professional counseling and engage in community service focused on respect, empathy, and understanding. He encouraged Nigerians to join him in fostering a culture of respect and tolerance. The incident has sparked widespread condemnation, with many calling for his accountability. The police have confirmed that Ikwechegh was questioned at the Maitama Divisional Headquarters and expressed disappointment over his mention of the Inspector General of Police during the confrontation. The Nigerian Senate, led by Senator Godswill Akpabio, has confirmed Bianca Ojukwu and 6 other ministerial nominees appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The move follows Tinubu's request to Senate to vet and confirm the new nominees. The Senate confirmed the nominees after a thorough hearing on Wednesday, October 30, 2024. This confirmation process involved a 2-step approach: screening at the Committee of the Whole, followed by the plenary confirmation. Afterwards, Senate President Godswill Akpabio extended his warm congratulations to the new appointed ministers, encouraging them to dive head-on into the roles and make an immediate impact. Amongst others, the ministerial nominees include Bianca Ojukwu, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Dr. N500 Humanitarian Affairs Ministers, amongst others.
You've had an experience as an ambassador. Very recently, I sent a delegation to Chad, and they came back and said that the Nigerian Embassy in Chad, the building is in very deplorable condition. And I was in Ghana this week, and the same complaint. They have a land that they would like to build their embassy structure on, and many other places, Kenya, everywhere. People are complaining that the structures hosting the embassies are in terrible conditions. If you are confirmed by this Senate to go into that ministry, will you focus on trying to rehabilitate, to give Nigeria a better image in terms of the structures of the various embassies worldwide? After that, you can take a bow.
Thank you very much, Senate President. In this respect, distinguished senators, I would like to say that my past records speak for me.
And next, Rivers State is to suffer significant financial loss as the Abuja Division of Federal High Court has on Wednesday issued a restraining order against the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, preventing it from disbursing monthly financial allocations to the state government. This court directive also impacts the Accountant General of the Federation, as well as Zenith Bank and Access Bank, where the Rivers State government maintains account. Justice Joyce Abdul Malik ruled that Governor Sim Fubara's receipt and disbursement of monthly allocations since January 2024 is unconstitutional and must stop. The judge deemed Fubara's presentation of the 2024 budget to a 4-member Rivers House of Assembly a violation of provisions of the Constitution. In essence, the court is saying Fubara's actions undermine the democratic process and disregard the separation of powers. By implementing an unlawful budget, Fubara has violated the 1999 Constitution is what to uphold. The judge ultimately ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria, Accountant General of the Federation, Zenith Bank, Access Bank to freeze Governor Fubara's access to funds from the Consolidated Revenue and Federation account. In simpler terms, this means that the Governor Fubara is no longer allowed to withdraw or use money from these accounts, effectively blocking his financial authority. And finally, Kenneth, Okonkwo, lawyer and former spokesperson of the Labour Party, has lambasted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his decision to sack some of his ministers while neglecting more important issues, ministries. In an interactive session on Channels Television, Mr. Okonkwo stated that as Minister of Petroleum, he had expected the president to sack himself first, citing the worsening cost of petrol, which he said was over 1,000 naira. Mr. Okonkwo has also expressed disapproval over the president's retainment of the Minister of Power, despite the fact that Nigerians, especially in the north, are still stumbling in the dark. On the issue of inflation, Mr. Okonkwo criticized the Central Bank of Nigeria for increasing its interest rates. He expressed that the country's economic problem did not lie in demand-induced inflation, but rather cost of production inflation. Take a look.
And he said the problem is from the operating expenses because of lack of electricity and medical supplies. This thing he said rotates around this 4 ministry that I'm saying. Today is almost 8 days, and the entire north has not had light. And you're still keeping a minister of darkness that I've told you that his only solution is that Nigerians should off their refrigerator. So what I'm trying to say is that I was expecting that the president should have sacked himself first as a minister of petroleum, being the worst ministry in the whole world. They met fuel at 195. Today is 1,200 and it's not even available. So we're talking about unaffordability. We're talking about unavailability. The same thing with electricity. Electricity tariff has risen so astronomically and it's not even available. And then we're talking about in the economy, macroeconomic stability. We're talking about a central bank that is increasing interest rates rather than decreasing it. Because what we are suffering is not demand pull inflation. We are suffering cost of production induced inflation. That is why the president of the Guild of Medical, field, he said, look, to import the medical supplies has increased, the price has increased by 500%. You know what it means? It means that 50% of Nigerians are now dying who are sick because they cannot afford to go to hospital. That's why he said 50% of the hospitals are collapsing. So rather than trying to rejig your cabinet within this area, you are rejigging your cabinet, saying you're sacking women and affairs. He has denied himself now of the services of a woman who would have sued the United Nations.
That's it on DDM News Update. I am Ojukwu Raphael. Thank you for joining me.